The future is here.
Do bonds affect home prices?
Are non-residents invading our golf courses?
I must apologize for a faux pas.
A new bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, maintenance on your garage screens. It's a 5-second job that could save you maintenance in the long run.
And lots more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
This is a great time during the show for you to subscribe. You see that little box right there? We appreciate it. A lot of you subscribed last week. So good. Thank you very much. It helps our channel a lot, and we appreciate it. Now, we've had some contacts from more than a few of you that have noticed that another YouTuber has vanished. Rusty Nelson, one of the top YouTubers in the Villages, has not put anything out for a while, so we reached out to him. Here's what we found.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Rusty Nelson here. Yes, I am okay. I promise nothing's happened to me. I did a planned absence from YouTube in December until June, and I really appreciate everybody asking where I am I okay? I just cut it off completely, just took a break, went on vacation, but I'm gonna be back in June. And huge heartfelt thanks for Jerry picking up the phone and actually calling me the other day to make sure that I was okay. Jerry and Linda, thank you so much. You guys got a great channel. Everybody, please make sure you subscribe to it. It's a good one before you get off. Thanks a lot, Jerry, and I will see all you guys in June. Bye.
Good to see you, Rusty. We're glad that you're going to be back in the swing here real soon. You're looking great, sound great, and you folks that miss his show, you'll get it back real soon. Wednesday Night Live was a good show. We had a call in from Vinny, who has just built a premier home, and it's a beauty, and he told us about it, and we'll be featuring that in an upcoming show. So many of you called in, and we heard later that a lot of you really appreciated that information. So you can look that up from last Wednesday if you're planning on building a new home. A lot of good info. Brian Hayes of the Village of Richmond has set up an event to raise money to provide the honor flight for our veterans. And it's such a cool thing. We've seen it before.
We have actually. We were in Washington, D.C. at the time, and we saw the flight, the group come in with their sponsors, and it was just humbling because everyone was saluting and down crying. It was amazing to see this group of people come.
Once I sponsored a school trip, well, more than once, but on one of the school trips that I did sponsor, we were at the Holocaust Museum. And an honor flight came in there, and all these veterans, a lot of World War II veterans in their wheelchairs. And my students, I was so proud of them because all my students started applauding. Really touching moment. Well, they're putting together a benefit, and I'm going to put a link in the video description where you could go. Clark Barrios and Dawn Denome are going to be at the Lake Meona Recreation Center. That's on June 20th. Tickets are only $20, and you can help raise the $600 for each one of these honor flight participants. They would really appreciate that, and I can't think of a better cause.
I think it's wonderful.
Folks, we've decided we're going to have a music video. We've had a couple of people send in songs that were so good they cannot be ignored. We're going to put that together. I'm going to put out a call on Facebook, and we want you to wear your Jerry and Linda t-shirts and come down to the Brownwood Square, and we're going to film a short video, a music video, and that'll be fun.
I think it'll be great.
We'll be singing, we'll be lip syncing, we'll be cart riding, we'll be fake dancing. So if you think you'd be interested in that, watch for that Facebook announcement. We're going to start off with a viewer video.
Yes. So Jerry and Linda, you wanted a video of our robotic lawnmower. It's a Navimo, and he's been programmed to do our yard. He does a little patch at a time, and the grass is okay. It's not great, but it's kind of fun having him here. It feels like a dog when I come home. But yeah, there it is.
That's what I meant in the announcement at the beginning. Welcome to the future. Look at that, a robot grass cutter. That is awesome. And you can tell that she gets a kick out of it. And that's a neat thing. I'm not sure how much they cost, but if you could really train that, you know, it's like Ron Popeil says, set it and forget it. We got a new car.
Woohoo!
We love Kia. I told you that last Kia was the best car we've ever owned. We've had it 8 years. Still didn't have a ding on it, didn't have a piece of rust on it, but it didn't have any of those half-angled, newfangled safety features, like adaptive cruise control and
Lane assist.
and vehicle alert and all that fancy stuff. So we got one that has it all now, and we love it. It's another Sorrento, like I said. It's an SX model. We got it from Leesburg, Kia of Leesburg. They treated us right, I got to say. It's never a good experience to go into a car dealer.
It takes time. You get in there, you think you're going to sign papers and get out of there in an hour. No.
Get your blood pressure up. Get your blood pressure way up. But these guys were great, and they did what they said they do. Negotiation went painless, and thanks to Jose, he was our salesman, did a really good job. Yeah. And you'll see us out and about in our wolf gray Kia Sorrento.
Well, I guess I offended some people, and I do want to say I'm very sorry. If you're from New York, please forgive me. I didn't mean to say that all of New York is crime infested. I just said...
Did you say that?
No, but...
Well, you just did. Then you've offended them again. Why would you say that?
Well, that's what they're thinking. I said, would you rather live in New York City? I barely said an insult. They're thinking I did. So
Linda loves everybody. Hey, everybody that knows her, they know that she couldn't say something mean, even if she wanted to.
They were saying the crime in the villages is getting really bad. And I said, not as bad as New York.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I offended anybody, but I guess I did. So I do apologize if I offended anyone.
Somebody told me one time that the crime is always worst around the tallest buildings.
Yeah.
And where are they? They're in New York. They're in Chicago. They're in Baltimore. They're,
I can see that.
So, that's where the population's the most dense.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people close together, things happen.
That's true.
But she didn't mean it.
No.
She did not mean it.
I didn't mean to offend anyone.
Linda.
What?
No, I'm telling them. Linda went to the emergency room last night. Remember on Wednesday's show when I gave her a little hug and she went, "Ow, my neck." Yeah. Well, she was already hurt. I didn't do that to her.
He hurt me.
No. And she had to go because she thought she had a broken neck, or maybe it was meningitis.
My mind goes to the dark places really fast.
Well, she went there and she had a CAT scan. What did they find out?
They found nothing.
No. They did a CAT scan of her head. They found nothing.
I'm not sure they said that.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah. They did a CAT scan and they said they didn't find anything wrong with my neck as far as bones is concerned or disc. I don't know if they can see the disc. I guess they did.
They said.
So I can, if it continues and I'm really hurting down the road, that I should get an MRI to see if there's anything wrong with disc or with I don't know, bones deteriorating. Who knows? But anyway, I'm better today. I'm not wearing a neck brace, so that's a good thing. I'm still in pain. I'm not in excruciating pain that I was in yesterday.
She thinks she did it when she spent an entire day.
Actually, this has been a strange week, though, too. Monday we went swimming, and I did 10 laps, and I did the frog crawl, and I had my head up. So I've strained my neck doing that. I evidently keep my head out of the water. And then the next day I did 6 hours of rock painting, and then I've also been doing diamond art. So I've been using a lot of neck muscles. So I've really overstrained my muscles in my neck. So anyway.
Is that a thing, a frog crawl?
I don't know what
You're talking about doggy paddle?
No, I was doing like
butterfly.
kind of like a breaststroke. But I didn't come out, go under the water and get my head under. Oh, there goes my neck. And I was just trying to keep my head up, and I've strained it. So anyway, I got a shot. I got a cortisone shot in my arm. And that was super painful. Ow. But anyway, they did take care of us, and they had a great staff, and they were very comforting.
That's right. And hi to John, who was one of our viewers who
Yes.
worked on you.
Yeah, he did great. He gave me the shot, but I've heard from other people that the cortisone shots do hurt. So I don't blame you, John, at all.
Here's one from Bobby. Bobby is a car lover. He said, why do you tell everybody to downsize? I've seen videos of those big houses down there, and I think you have loads of room. Those 2.5 car garages will hold a lot. Bobby, I decided to film this for you. Hey, Bobby, I'm out here in front of our 2.5 car garage, and I thought I'd take you inside and show you just how much storage room there is. So on this side, we park one vehicle. Hey, that's our new vehicle. And one golf cart. Alexa, turn on garage. And as we come in, I'm going to show you. We park 3 bikes. Odds and ends. It's a mess. Over here, I've got a junk table, extra paint cans, step stool, nuts, bolts, screws, bandsaw, lathe, miter saw, sander, drill press, more nuts, bolts, and screws, shop vacs, toolbox, router. Over here I have a section for tools, and as we go to the other side, on the other side of the car, you can see we have plenty of other stuff. So I'm not proud of it. I'm embarrassed to show you, but I'm showing you because I'm getting ready to put an end to this. I've just purchased this beautiful toolbox / storage unit from Lowe's, and I'm going to put away all of that stuff over there, the screws, the nuts, the bolts, tools. We're going to clean up this floor. We're going to try to make this place user-friendly, and I really, really love that tool chest. I'll put a link to it in the video description. Got it on sale at Lowe's. It was actually on closeout. You can find a good deal quite often. So that's what we do here, and you can see why I wish I'd left even more things at home. So you see, Bobby, those garages aren't humongous, and they seem to fill up really fast. So I've made it my big mission to organize and get that thing looking good and be able to walk around without tiptoeing and tight roping and all that kind of stuff. But they do fill up quickly.
Yeah, they do. This next question is from Brian. You mentioned a few times during your show that you have considered moving to a house with a view. You have decided against it. However, if you were going to make such a move, what village would you move to now that you have lived in the villages for 6 years plus? See you when we get there. Well, what village with a view? We have a really nice view in the backyard. It's not a view of a lake or a golf course or anything like that. We just have a little bit of extended view of someone else's backyard, which is nice. It's kind of private, so we do like it. But the view, I think a lake would be nice to have a view from, but all lakes are not promised. As you can see, this last couple months, they're kind of dry. But I like Charlotte area. I like Pinellas area.
Yeah, they're all good. They are all good. Today, where did we drive today? We went in the Sanibel area. Yeah. Beautiful homes. We went yesterday to McClure. Beautiful homes down there. Once that landscaping starts getting big and those Sylvester palms start growing and the queen palms and everything starts, they're all beautiful. Yeah. You can't really go wrong. I will say that although it's not our favorite, south of 44 has bigger backyards. They tend to have better views. So down there, you're going to have more ability to build a pool maybe.
Right.
have a bigger backyard, maybe a little better view. What you sacrifice down there, of course, is the mature landscaping.
Right.
And your front yard is going to be smaller. I tend to feel a little claustrophobic on the streets down there because the homes are closer on both sides. So you feel like you're kind of tight. But it doesn't bother most people. So any village, there is no one village for the best view. You want a golf course or a pond. But like Linda said, I asked that specifically when we came here, and I was told point blank, the Villages does not guarantee the water level in any pond. So, it may dry up and become just a weed, a sweetie swamp. So there you go.
There you go.
Brenda Howland has a question about golf courses. My husband was curious how you keep residents from using the golf courses, or can they? Yes, they can. Now, a non-resident can only use an executive course if he is a guest or if he would happen to be a renter with the ID card. And a guest will have to pay each time that they play. Now, a resident ID card would give you the ability to play without paying, but you do have to pay what they call a trail fee every time you take your cart onto the course, or you'd have the ability to buy a yearly pass, which is good for everybody in your house. And that's about $142, and that would cover all the people in your home that have resident IDs. But outsiders can use any championship course. You can walk in off the street, you can make a reservation by phone, and if they can work you in, you'll be the last priority because you're not a resident. Residents will get priority. I never seem to see those championship courses filled up. You would almost, in my opinion, always be able to get a tee time there, although you'd be paying some pretty high rates December through June.
That's right.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, maintenance on your garage screens. I know many of you have them, and there's some things you need to do to keep it in top-notch condition. On each side of your garage screens, you'll find a narrow channel or track. It's important that it stays well lubricated to avoid any binding. When I had mine installed, the company recommended a quick squirt of dry lube. Leave your WD-40 in storage. That's not recommended. This stuff leaves a white film of protection on the internal track. If you do it right, there are no drips to contend with. A fast spritz from top to bottom is all it takes. Next up, cleaning that fuzzy skirt on the bottom. I found just using my hand to remove loose debris does the trick. You could also use a small brush. The job is much easier if you lower the screen to eye level. That way you're not reaching up over your head. That's especially important if you have a high ceiling in your garage. The product I'm using is Blaster Dry Lube. It's recommended by the Shade Brothers, and you can find it at the big box stores or on Amazon. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. Now, that's an important thing to keep those. They're expensive. They might cost $2,500 to $3,000 for each one of those screens, and to keep it lubricated and keep it running good. And Peter tells us that product is available at Lowe's, and if we can, we'll try to put a link to that product in the video description. Well, wasn't that cute?
Very cute.
Yeah, I got to say it. It wasn't in landscape format. So you had to adjust your thinking on that one.
Yeah.
But we prefer it in landscape, which is wide, so we don't have to do that special. But what a cute pup, and what a well done video. And that was done by a young person. Amy and Steve Bell sent us that, and they said that their granddaughter did that.
Yeah.
So thank you. All of you can send in a pet video. Yeah. Remember, get down on the pet's eye level, talk to it, rub on it, scratch it, make it fetch, hug it, play with it, take it for a walk, whatever you want, but just narrate it. Don't put any music to it and send it in, and we'll try to make a video out of it. You can send that via Dropbox or WeTransfer, and if it's a minute or less, you can probably even email it. You know, we always have good intentions of doing an out and about. But for instance, the other day we ate at Cracker Barrel, and I said, let's do an out and about. But man, when that meatloaf and mashed potatoes and corn and cornbread with blackberry jelly got in front of me,
it was like 3 bites in.
Before I couldn't even get my camera out before I started eating. But you guys, if you want to send us a video of the next time you go somewhere and eat, you know, film it in landscape. Tell us all about the place. Get some outside shots, some inside shots.
Inside shots.
She could be like, and send that in to us, and we'd love to share it with everybody, especially if it's a new place.
Yeah, absolutely. Show the menu, show some prices. Yeah, it's great. We love getting those.
Yeah.
This is from Jamie Brown. Curious if golfers ride their own golf carts on golf courses, or do they have to ride golf course golf carts? If so, is there a fee to rent golf carts? Well, first off, everybody has their own golf cart. I mean, most people have their own golf carts, so we use our own. Very few are rented.
That's right.
It could be from somebody that's renting here and then decide to go golf and then rent a golf cart. That happens, but...
people that visit, people that stay in a hotel, people that just come down and play, they drive their car down here, you gotta rent a cart. The country clubs rent carts. Yeah. That would be, I'll give you a few. Belglade, Bonifay, Evans Prairie, Havana. You know, those places will have golf carts to rent you. And you could rent that, and you could even play on the executive courses with that golf cart if you choose. But you don't have to drive your own. Either way, you have to pay for the golf cart or pay for a trail fee, because riding is not free. They have to maintain lots and lots of beautiful cart paths here in the villages. Mark writes, hello, Jerry and Linda. I often hear from people that want to buy a home where the bond is already paid because they feel the home price will be cheaper. I believe that the home price where the bond was paid will be higher because the bond is paid. The bond is really part of the home price, just broken out. Could you check into that assumption? We lived that assumption, Mark. We bought a home where the bond was paid. And because of that, we paid more than we wanted to for this house. Yeah. But we felt like it was worth it. The bond was down to about $22,000 when we bought it. And I felt like we paid about $20,000 extra for the house, but we wanted the house.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's, I don't even know why anybody makes a deal about it. You could just assume that whatever the bond is, that the price of the house and the bond, just add them together, and that's how much that house costs you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you sell it, that's probably going to be the same.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I believe the bond being paid off does raise the price of the house. You know, it's either way, it's going to raise the price of the house. Yeah. Time for the word jumble. Now, last week, it was kind of a puzzler because it was only 6 letters.
Yeah.
Only 6 letters. And so many people didn't get it. They said, that was a tough one. The clue was, even if you don't need a Texas Ranger, someday you might need one. The answer was walker. You might need a walker. Get it?
Because Texas Ranger's name
yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
His last name was Walker.
But some of you that got the answer, you said so many neat little clues that let me know that you had it. So good job out there. Remember, don't put the answer down below. Here's today. Where would you see Leonard, Penny, Howard, and Raj? There you go. We'll give you the answer next week. Remember, don't put the answer down here. But let us know that you know. You should have some fun with this one.
First off, on Wednesday in your newspaper, you're going to see this page, and it's all about today's entertainment. And they've got a new layout how to see the entertainment in our villages. At the top, you're going to see what's happening tonight, today, and then down the bottom it says what's ahead. So I'm going to tell you what are some of these great things that are ahead. And then at the bottom they tell you what car shows are and extra things are happening at the squares, at festivals and that kind of thing. So the cars and concerts coming, May 23rd coming up in Sumter Landing is the Porsche Club of the Villages. And on May 30th at Brownwood is the Tesla Club. We're going to show their cars. And then on June 13th, the Villages Classic Automobile Club will have their cars showing. And that's always really fun. Oh, and that classic car show is at Sumter Landing. And at the theaters at the Savannah Center, you're going to see Evolution Dance on June 23rd. It's coming up. And on June 28th, same place at Savannah Center, the Bee Gees Now. And then July 6th, Liverpool Legends, the Beatles Experience. Lots of fun.
I love those. We just missed one the other night. May 6th there was one.
I know.
I wanted to go. We didn't go.
No.
But anyway, lots of good stuff every night. Mm-hmm. I think on Friday night, Rocky and the Rollers killed it down at Brownwood.
Yes, they did.
So good.
Awesome.
All right, my sweet. Will you do the sweet?
Yes, and this is from Linda. Linda's Unite. Thank you for sending in a sweet, Linda. Got your word of the day. Love watching you as you are such a great couple. Aw, witty, personable, friendly, and someone who would be a great neighbor. Aw.
Well, we try. I mean,
Yeah. We know what good neighbors should be like, and so we enjoy that. But he's pretty witty, that's for sure.
Well, thank you for the nice letter.
Yeah.
And then we've got Pappy King who wrote in here.
Pappy.
Yeah. Here's what Pappy says. The Villages are the most destructive place in Central Florida. Transplants, please return back. Now, this is what I like, though. Pappy said, please. You know, he said, please return back. You know, everybody here's a transplant, unless,
Pretty
you know,
much.
your name is like Two Moons or I Ride the Deer or whatever. I mean, the Native Americans were the only ones that were not transplants here. So, you know, come on. We love it down here. It's
Florida.
beautiful. We appreciate it.
We moved here because we
love it.
love your state.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And we'll try not to intrude on you, Pappy.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. We'll share.
And now it's time for Jerry and Linda's shoutouts.
Hey, Tim and Jandy Hansen, they sent me this Spam hat.
Turn sideways. Look, there's a Spam sandwich over there with cheese and tomato. Oh, there you go. That's a perfect look. Let's do some rap. Anyway, that's fun.
Yeah, thank you so much
That
for
is
that.
so
and
fun.
some other goodies. I got a bumper sticker. I'm not putting that on my new car, though.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
I might put it on Linda's bicycle.
Oh, no.
And from Jeff Gunn and Shayna, we got some neat, they're over here, I don't know if you can see them. We got a patch from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office and one of those real neat challenge coins. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for thinking of us.
That's from Ohio.
Yeah, and we get all those shipments come to our post office box, which is P.O.Box 888, Fruitland Park, Florida 34731.
Yeah, we got some nice cards too this week too. Melinda and Glenn Pascal, and we have Libby D'Antonio sent us a card. So thank you for sending us cards. We enjoy it.
Yeah, I love that. It's like a bicycler's hat.
It does.
Yeah.
It's pretty sporty. And we want to thank all the people of our channel that have that write to us, that send emails, that send likes and loves, and gives us lots of information and questions. We love the questions, and keep them coming.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed Saturday's show. We gave you a show where we interviewed a lot of great people over by the Ezel Recreation Center. Oh, yeah. And this coming Saturday, we have another show where we will give you a tour of one of the most beautiful designer homes you could ever want to see. So we hope you'll join us for that.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, and everyone you know. And please hit that subscribe button for us. Until next time.
See you when you get here.
You look like a rapper.
All does it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it. Her name ain't Megan.
Sorry. He roached out to me.
Roached out.
No offense.
You didn't tell me your thoughts.
No offense. Some inside shots.
Inside shots.
She could be a hole.
What
What does it mean, later?
Yeah, later.
Later.
See you later.
Okay.
St. Mark.
The future. Don't sit here. This is just me. Did that make sense?
We hope you get the house.
Did that make sense?